Hi guys, I'm back again for the weekly oracle reading. For those of you who are just tuning in, welcome to my channel. I'm Anne, and in this video I'm going to be giving a general love reading focusing on divine counterparts, and that includes twin flames, soulmates, twin rays, all love relationships that you're involved in. I invite you to stay tuned and watch. I'm sure there's a message for you. Okay guys, it is September, and yes, we're in the 9th month of the year. It's like, where did this year go by? It always flies by, but this year seems like it really flew by. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good, but you know, it's actually it's an experience, and it's going to probably go down in the history book. So what we're doing now is we're tightening up, we're belting up, we're keeping everything together because we are preparing new beginnings, new changes, new things to happen for 2021. You know, that sounds weird to say that, but you know, it is something that we're all waiting for, and we know things are going to change. So without further delay, I'm going to get into the reading because I don't want to talk about too much of what's going on, because sometimes it upsets me and it might upset you, or it might just make us think about things, and you know what, that's not what we're here to do. Okay, so I've laid out the cards. Okay, I'm gonna not flip them so you guys can see, but this side divine masculine, this side divine feminine. It seems like I always do that, and they always get shifted, and I like my cards to be even. I'm very like organized in that way. Okay, so the divine masculine, inner truths, that was the first card. As you can see, it's a very beautiful card. The inner truth is coming through. Now, what I mean by a divine masculine lives inside of all of us, and maybe it pertains to you or your divine counterpart. So you're the one that is the best judge on where this energy is being directed to. So like I said, their message is not coming from me but the divine. I should have said that earlier. So the inner truth right now is being revealed. Like I said before, this is like a wake-up call for everybody. Everybody's waking up. Everybody's opening their eyes. It's like total empowerment for the world. We're all realizing things, and you know, like everything is starting to say, "Hey, I didn't notice that before. Why didn't I see that before?" Well, the inner truth is coming through. Inner truth is not a bad thing, but sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? When we first uncover it, you know, when you hear the truth, sometimes, though you want to know the truth, it's like, really, it's like, wow. And it's like, well, it's time to correct it. So it's not a time to dwell on it, because the card below it, the awakening. I love the way these cards just match up. When, you know, when I shuffle, I ask for guidance, for wisdom, for whatever we need to know. And these are the messages that come through. It's remarkable how it speaks to us this way. So the awakening, as it says on this card, your consciousness is awakening. You are becoming attuned to the messages, to the spirit and nature. Trust your psychic abilities. Interesting, right? Because you know what? A lot of you don't realize this, but you have spiritual abilities. You have psychic abilities. Some people don't like to use the word psychic, but they like to use the word intuitive. It's the same thing, really, because it comes from within. It's energy that's being flowed inside of us, and we can feel it. So the awakening is happening. I mean, yeah, you're starting to realize this. We're all the same. Yeah, some of us are more developed than others. It goes hand in hand, mind, body, and spirit. You develop body part more. You know, you see people with, you know, huge muscles. That's not because everybody is built like that. It's because they worked on it. You see some people who are like totally spiritual. It's not because they just went overnight and got spiritual. They developed it. Their psychic abilities came through. It's the same exact thing. We work on ourselves. We work on our mind. We work on our directing, our thinking patterns, where we need to focus on. So the awakening is happening because a lot of people were not getting it. And a lot of things are shutting down. A lot of things are opening up. A lot of things are changing. Yeah, it's like everything is just also scrambled. This is what I could see. It's like when I look up, it's like, whoa, everything is scrambled. Energy-wise, that's how I see it. You know, if I explain this to somebody, you probably understand what I'm talking about, because you probably feel the same way. But when I explain this to somebody, they're like, what are you talking about? You hear messages, you hear energies, you hear things. You may not understand why you're hearing it, because maybe you're empathic. Something to think about. This, I feel, is a message to somebody. So anyways, gonna get back to the reading. Divine masculines are waking up to their inner truth with love. And maybe this is something that, you know, you both needed. When the relationship is going kind of like like graphs this way, highs and lows. It's not because you're not good enough, or they're not good enough, or you're not seeing it, he's not seeing it, she's not seeing it. It's mainly because you both are working on something. And obviously being together means one thing: you both love each other, and the love is not going away. It's just, something needs to be awakened. And if you're not awakened to it, so it's the divine masculine is being true, be true to your heart. And that's important here. Okay, there. Josephine Wells' artwork is amazing. I love all of her cards, and I even have a calendar of hers. I gotta show it to you guys one day, but I just love this artwork. It's a dream. You know what this is? It's a dream. So be true to your heart. Be true to your heart so that you can see those inner truths. I love the way these two cards, come together. Really, it's like, be true to your heart, see the light, and your relationship will come to where it needs to come to. If it's getting closer, getting stronger, or if it's just, it's a relationship to walk away from. You need to know you're the only one that can do this. I can't tell you what to do. Nobody can tell you what to do. But once you get the notion and you get the message inside your heart, sometimes it's just because you're afraid and you're not speaking up. Seriously, maybe this person has been doing things, saying things to you that is just not right. And, other people could be telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that. And you know what? Nobody needs to need something. You know what I mean? It's not like you need to hear this from somebody because you need this. No, that's the wrong word to say. Because you're your own boss. You're your own, how can I say, caretaker. You're the one that's in this body. You're the one that needs to do it. But a lot of times, if you're allowing insecurities, energies that you no longer serve a purpose for, but you're holding on to it because you've been afraid since you were a young man or a young woman, you're not speaking your truth. This is the time. This is why I said this is an awakening for divine masculine to speak up to what they need to speak up to, what they need to say, what they need to feel with their divine partner, because you are transforming. By transforming, it's something that you've not seen before. It's something that you haven't done before, and I hope you guys can see that. Just trying to let you guys read that a little bit. You can pause it. So if not, I will read it. Transformation. Okay. Commit to acting on new ideas and landings. Take a deep breath, or longing, sorry. Let me read that one more time. This light is very bright in my eyes. Commit to acting on new ideas and longings. Take a leap of faith. Begin again. Okay. Beautiful words, beautiful card, and a beautiful meaning behind it. The message is, it's time to take that leap. You need to say it. Maybe you need to just go to that person, say it, and say, you know what, I've been thinking. I know it's wrong. I haven't said this to you. I love you. Sometimes just saying I love you can make things so much better, because maybe they're thinking, well, he doesn't even want to be with me, or she doesn't want to be with me because they don't love me anymore. And they're acting upon it. So if you're true to your heart, and you're speaking inner truth, that what you're feeling from your soul and awakening to a lot of things, maybe you haven't said it in a while, or you haven't said it enough with meaning. Maybe you have to revive the love that you once felt. Sometimes going back and forth into arguments or disagreements or just negative, sarcastic remarks, it only makes it worse. And it also creates, hostility in a breakup. Clear the old, divine feminines. Clear the old. It's letting it go, letting go of everything, letting go of the clutter. A beautiful card. When you let go, you can see a lot clearer. As you can see, she's not seeing things, and there's a lot of light. You can see this one corner right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. The light is right there. The colors are amazing. Like I said, beautiful. I'm always amazed by this artwork. I can look at this card and find new things into it. All of her cards, not just one deck. Like she has a few of them out there. And they're beautiful. Some of them are with other authors, I believe. Angela Hartfield. Yeah, I think that's what this is. I'm not sure. I gotta look at the box. But yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. And clear out the old, bring in the new, and you'll shine, you'll find it. I'll put the links, or I'll put the names of the cards in the description area. Okay, so that is a part of you. That is a part of what you need to get rid of, Divine Feminines. You're holding on to what maybe somebody planted a seed in you and said, this is the way life is and this is the way it has to be. You know what? It doesn't have to be that way. Too much, you have to do this, or you need to do this, or this is a requirement from you. It's the wrong way to think. You know, we have free will, guys. We have free will in our relationship too. So why aren't you acting upon it? You know, it's like, it's part of your direct healing. If you're healing, guys, you can see everything. You can feel everything, and you can pause that if you'd like, and I'm going to read it. Very beautiful card. I love these cards. The dream reading cards. Yeah, and the artwork is gorgeous too. I love the artwork. I'll read it really quick. Heal past wounds with forgiveness and awareness. By healing yourself, you can become a healing force to others. Physical healing can happen once your wounds have been confronted. Yeah. So maybe you're holding out on something. You know, when I say clear out the old, could it be that you're not clearing out some type of wound, fear-based energy, something that you're still holding on to, a grudge, and maybe, I'm not saying to go make friends with that person, but you know what? Say, I forgive them. Let God control you on this, in this matter. You know what? When you're healing, God is in control. You know, and I'm not going into religion, but I feel like I need to say this. I need to say this straight out. Let's face it, guys. We're living in a world where this is out of our control. Everything is out of our control, really. So we have to go with our gut. We have to go with our instinct. We have to use our psychic ability or our strength inside of us to get through it. Whoops. Sorry, that's my timer for Kiss's injection. My husband is feeding her right now. So yeah, so like I was saying, it's just about, you know, healing and letting God take over. Maybe that was also why it rang right at that moment when I said this, because it's a wake up, like, hey, God is talking to us. God is telling us. God works in mysterious ways. You guys know this. So pay attention, listen, and you will find that you're feeling much lighter inside and much better inside. It's a work in progress. It doesn't happen overnight. A lot of you may be saying, oh, you know what? That is not going to work for me. You know what? I don't think that's going to work for me. That's not going to happen. I have just too much. No, nothing is impossible for God. Nothing is impossible for us if we really put our mind to it, because God lives inside of us. Seriously, we have the light. That's what the light is. The light is God, and it's universal, and it doesn't matter what religion you are believing in. I hope you believe in a higher power. I really do. But if you don't, you know, I hope that you can find the light inside of you, however you find it. Make that decision. Making a decision, Divine Feminine. Now, I know this is a lot to do with self-healing, this reading. So this is obviously messages that you guys need to hear. We all need to hear. Everyone needs to hear, not just whoever's listening to this. This is a message for us to take with us. Make that decision. Let go. Release. Clear the old out. Clear it out and find your inner truth. And your truth. So we have another card that represents truth. Now, that was another card. I said this before, but I'm going to read this card really quick. As you can see, she's looking for her truth, although she may not want to hear her truth, but she's looking for it. Remain authentic to your core values. Truth can be masked, so be objective when dealing with emotional issues. Address areas in your life that are not achieving your deepest truth. Okay, so the very first card I dealt out, this is what I do. I lay out 4, and then I lay out another deck, and I lay out another 4 on the bottom. Not necessarily that they need to be in order, but I like to start the reading off with the one that is more dominant, because I feel that the top is basically above us, is crowning us, and beneath us is what we can create. So the first card was inner truth. And then the last card was truth. So this reading right here is telling us the truth is coming out. the inner truth, the light inside of us, the truth that we need to hear, will be brought to us, will be brought out in the open. Yeah, a lot of things go on, and you know what? We don't want to watch the news and learn more about the numbers and, you know, who's in what and what is happening, because you know what? It don't matter. It's all going to be the same in the long run. It really is. It's like, okay, yeah, so what? And then it was like that back in the days, back in the hundreds of years. So you know what? Even the medieval times, you know, it's more about what we can do for our own world. This is our world, right? You and I, we are communicating, or I'm communicating to you, and you're interacting because you can just send me a comment, a message, or whatever. So it is a reading and a message directed to you. So this is our world. Okay, our world that we live in, that is the external world. It does not concern us so much so that we don't need to pay attention to every little detail. Yeah, we need to know certain things like local stuff. You know, it's important. I always do. I get like alerts on my phone, but it's not good to just dig deep into things, because what it does is it invites fear, negativity. And I'm not saying this is better, or this is better, or this station you should watch, or this station you should watch. It's all the same, you know, fake or real, it doesn't matter, because it's all, you know, it's all an illusion anyways, because we're not, you know, it's not what we take with us at the end, if that makes sense. I know I'm talking very, very spiritual to you guys, and I'm talking in terms of maybe you're saying, where's Anne going with all of this? I feel that sometimes I have to say these things because it's something deep laid upon my heart. My inner truth is coming out, and I'm laying the truth out to you. Maybe it resonates with you, maybe it doesn't, but I hope it does, because it is resonating with me, because I'm saying it to you guys, because I feel it. Anyways, I love you guys for everything. Anyways, so yeah, there's messages here, definitely. Maybe it resonated with you, and I hope it did. And if not, just revisit this video, take some notes down. That's what I usually do. Very powerful stuff coming through for this September. You know, I feel the energy changing, and you know what? Everything is starting to wind down, getting ready for the autumn, you know, autumn equinox, and another beautiful time. I love it as things just slowly come into harvest. And, you know, it's a magical time. I always love to see the trees, and I hope you guys can get out and enjoy nature, and just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy just the energy around you. Don't look at what's on the outside. Yeah, I know we all talk about it, and, you know, we all talk about the weather, and we all talk about, you know, just irritating stuff. When is it going to get better? When is this, you know, do I have to wear a mask? You know, should I get a different color? Should I get a little sparkles? You know, like, we try to play around with it, but it's still, when it comes down to it, I like to wear my face. Yeah, and eventually we are going to wear our faces in public. Well, we do wear our face in public, but without covering what I'm saying in a store or wherever we're at. I know I don't want to talk about it. I know, and I do all the time. I know it's just, it's life. What are we going to do? I like to joke with you guys too. So I do plan on, you know, making more videos, and, you know, I hope you guys can reach out to me. I love hearing from you all on social media. I post every day. I try to post something motivational, something to lift our spirits up. That's what it's all about, lifting our vibration. I love you guys. As all of your, my vocabulary is kind of getting sluggish because I'm like a little thirsty. So excuse me if I'm not pronouncing things properly, but I will say this. I love to hear from you guys, and I love to communicate with all of you. So whenever you have chance, please drop me a text, a DM, you want to call it. I'm not that savvy with that stuff, but you know, it works for me. And if you like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone chat and email readings. The links will be down below in the description area. And if you have any questions, just basically put them in the comments area. I try my best to get to everybody as quickly as I can. Sometimes it's just getting crazy. So take a breather. I hope you guys can do that this month, because it is going to be exciting watching the trees and, you know, just chilling out in the cooler weathers. You know, I'm really loving it. Getting out there more, you know, having a breath of fresh air is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And, you know, it's wonderful. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.